What is up, YouTube? Caveman here with another episode of Fallout New Vegas for the PlayStation 3. How's everyone doing in this summertime? It is July 7th. And we are just trying to get through as many missions as we can in this game so we can beat it. If you guys are new to the channel, say what's up.
Your presence here
In the comment section,
let's just say
sub,
it's highly
the
irregular.
video thumbs up, thumbs down.
Outsiders aren't even allowed
Stick
to enter
around.
bunkers here, let alone come and go freely. You impressed Elder McNamara, obviously. He must believe that you'd be very useful. That's right. Nothing gets in or out of here without me knowing it.
Yeah, well, I got in, bitch.
Normally, that would have fallen under my jurisdiction, but the Elder thought it'd provide a good test for you, so I backed off. Under the lockdown, only essential personnel are permitted to enter or leave. That includes supply runners and high-security patrols. All other personnel are forbidden to leave, and any personnel that were out there when the lockdown was enacted are forbidden from returning. Fine by me?
Alright, we just talked to the head of security. He ain't tell us shit. Is this the guy we gotta talk to? Yep.
What I wish to discuss with you can wait for once I get settled in the command room, Outsider.
Oh god. How long is it gonna take you to walk over there? Keep forgetting Cass. I don't think Cass is still with us. We gotta get her back. I also keep forgetting to give my guys the hold stuff too.
When you first showed up on our doorstep, I'll admit at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of great use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here. Though no, we will be keeping an eye on you. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us?
Yep.
Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them. I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
All right. We got a bunch of quests to do right now.
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say? Why should you trust the Elder? I'd recommend listening to both of us, and choosing whom to trust for yourself. So are you willing to listen? As you may have already heard, This entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by, and many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations. And all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed. Of course I have, many times in fact. The Elder has an open-door policy and will listen to advice on any subject save this one. He refuses to see that our isolation is slowly weakening us. Aside from being our duty, going out on missions is what kept us strong. And because he fails to see that, he must be replaced. I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it? That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, I'd ask that you kept me abreast of them. Report anything you find to me, and we'll move from there. What is it, Outsider? Yes, I know the loss of the patrols has weighed heavily on his mind for some time. He took it very personally when they first went missing. That was when I first began to seriously question his ability to lead us. A commander has to be able to deal with the potential loss of his men. It's strange that he would ask you to find mission discs on them, however. The missing paladins were all on standard patrols, which don't need them. Only brothers sent on special assignments are given mission discs. If you should find any on the lost patrols, let me know. After lifting the lockdown, the first thing I'd do is send scouts out to recon the area. We need to know what's going on out there. Next, I'd resume patrols in the near vicinity, and begin sending search teams out to the spots the scouts reported were relatively safe. It's standard procedure when a chapter relocates to an area, but standard procedure wasn't our last Elder's style, either.
All right. I think I'm done talking to this dude. He wants to dethrone. Out of my face with that mean mugging look. Whoa.
Our former Elder Elijah was obsessed with new technology. That's why we were at Helios
Sorry,
in the
but
first
I'm a little
place.
busy here, if you'll excuse me.
Mr. House is out of
As
the
much
picture.
as I'm sick of Taggart's VR
Probably
sims,
killed by his own
I have
robots.
to admit we wouldn't be combat ready without them.
Yeah?
Head scribe Taggart quickly realized my extraordinary talent when I took the mandatory VR combat testing. Soon after that, he requested that I get transferred to VR specialist training, serving as his assistant. I miss hanging out with the other students all the time, but at least I get to skip all those boring lectures. Well, like just about everyone else here, I grew up in the Brotherhood. My father was a scribe and my mother a paladin. They both died at Helios 1. The others were always like a family to me before that, but afterward they became my family in truth. It's our virtual reality training hall. We don't really go out all that often anymore, so this is how we stay sharp. Yeah, a lot more. Back when we were at the Helios station. Oh, crap. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to talk about that, especially with outsiders. So forget you just heard that, okay?
I need to get going right after she tells you something.
Welcome to the range. Feel free to use any open lane. Sure. The Elder's already given the okay. Unfortunately, you'll have to use your own weapons and ammo.
Shit, ran away. Oh, is he just getting papoose?
The reports say Mr. House's robots are now using tech we've never heard of. We need to send a team up there soon.
Oh, hey there. Something I can help you with? So, you've been talking to Hardin, eh? He's been looking for a way to usurp McNamara ever since the lockdown started. Don't get me wrong, he's a good man. But Elder McNamara has done all right by us. If it weren't for him, none of us would have survived at Helios. I'll tell you what I told Hardin. There have been only a few cases of Elders being dismissed from their posts in the Brotherhood's history. And those involve crimes that someone like Elder McNamara is just not capable of. You can look it up for yourself if you want. I'll grant you access to that portion of the history section of our data store. See Senior Scribe Ibsen about accessing it. I'm sure someone's told you all this before. Several years back, we were running our chapter out the Helios 1 solar power station. Our elder at the time, Elijah, had some kind of obsession with the place, which is the only reason we stayed as long as we did. That place was hardly defensible, and we knew the NCR was moving in on us, but the Elder refused to budge, insisting that he just needed more time. We never found out what he needed time for. Wave upon wave of NCR troopers hit us from all directions. We held out for a time, but we were grossly outnumbered, and they had more men than we had ammo. Eventually, our positions collapsed. Elder Elijah was nowhere to be found, so McNamara took charge and led what remained of us on a counteroffensive west. We lost a lot of men and women, but we broke through and made it here. Make no mistake, McNamara saved this chapter that day. Who was Elijah more like? He was our elder before McNamara. Bright guy, but just between you and me, he was a little off. Our mission is to recover and preserve the technology of the past, but Elijah wanted more. He sought ways to improve upon technology, make it better. When we found Helios 1, he was like a kid in a candy store, kept talking about the potential and a grand design never realized. He even insisted we set up our base there, against the objection of nearly every paladin. What followed is a whole other story. Bye.
Damn. Alright, time to go into the laggy world. I think. Never mind, there's just one more door we gotta go through. Whoa. It's crazy how a sandstorm can go on right now and the game seems to be running okay, but God forbid I walk into a casino. What in the fuck is this thing? I'm gonna drop some shit now. Fuck. Shit. This is not good. Fuck. You know, don't care. So one of my quests here in Black Mountain? I guess we already did it. Paladin Hughes and Fairbanks, I need you two to head north to the nearby communications array and look for the components mentioned in the briefing. The mutants there have been reasonable in the past and may prove helpful. God damn it, I should use that gun to begin with. We gotta go back and fucking... No, I don't even... Oh my god. Now we're gonna save. Shit, we might even travel back to, our OG town and fucking drop some stuff off. We're just gonna fast travel. It. I just put a Deathclaw dude right in my fucking face. man. Alright, first we're going to Good Springs to drop some shit off. I feel like we really need to unload some weapons that we don't use. Armor, obviously. I feel like we haven't been to Good Springs in a while. And every time I move, my foot fucking hurts because I think I broke my toe yesterday. We're getting ready to go to the store, and I walked through like our little doorway and hit my toe on the entryway, and it was hurting. We went to the store. I was like, man, my toe is like throbbing. And before we got to the store, I looked at it. It looked swollen. I was like, okay. When I got back from the store, I took my sock off, and my entire toe was my pinky toe on my right foot. It's all.
Howdy. They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught. Meat and hide, mostly.
Yep.
Feeling thirsty?
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa.
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
Way too many strangers coming into town these days. No offense.
Bet you there's people here we haven't even talked to and whatever.
Hey there.
How are you holding? Sure.
Might as well go to the furthest one. Aha. Of course, we're overweight by taking one piece of armor. Bucket. Mission code, blah, 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 temporary password, and to dare to do it. Summary, Paladin Raiseline, you and an escort are to investigate the military base to the northeast for the components we need. We've had reports that the current occupants are fiercely territorial, but it's highly unlikely they have any weapons that can seriously threaten someone in full power armor. The threat level is considered minimal. Did we read this one? Yeah, we read this one earlier. Gotta save the game. All right. What's next? Okay, last time we went to the railway station, we almost got fucked up. We're gonna try going here and then just hoofing it. Whoa, 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 buddy. I can't shoot through that. Got the jump on him. Whoa. There's one more guy walking around over here. Ah, fuck him. That was fun. Hopefully got some XP, you know, good XP out of that. Great. Dude, taking bullets straight to the face. Oh God. Oh God. That was nuts.
How may I serve you, master?
What the fuck? I really don't know how these things work. You just like don't do all 4 attempts.
Unauthorized facial pattern. Please present credentials for first floor access. Please do not make your way to the second floor.
Okay.
Goodbye, Rocketeer. Be sure to visit again. Oh, and please, for your own safety, stay outside of restricted areas.
It looks like there's some high security. And you gotta find a badge. Maybe that'll help us.
Unauthorized facial pattern. Second floor access restricted to registered employees. Invalid response. You have 30 seconds to vacate before security is alerted.
I don't want to pick up all that junk just yet.
How may I serve you, master?
A model of our solar system, not actual size. Beautiful, isn't it? Robco, with its subsidiary Repcon, has often gazed into the night sky, seeing the rich pageant of stars and planets above us. Our goal? To send unmanned rockets to those other systems, seeing their beauty firsthand while mining ever deeper into each planet's surface for precious resources needed here at home. This is our promise to mankind, extending our reach into a future where the number of Robco and Repcon rockets match the stars in the sky. This exhibit brought to you by your friends at Robco. you can read all of these.
How may I serve you, master? Valid facial pattern detected. Hello, Mrs. Millet. I hope you have an excellent day at work today. Hello, Mrs. Millet. I hope you have an excellent day at work today. Of course. Don't let me keep you.
Confused.
How may I serve you, master?
the things have been set in motion. I'm going to be your liaison and point of contact with Robco. I'll be handling anything that arises during your transition to the Robco family. My first priority is going to be tightening up your security, as well as, you know, Robco handles many classified projects. Because of this, REPCON will need a large increase to security. I'll be sending over some engineers and security personnel to discreetly install some enhanced security procedures. Most of it will be pretty innocuous. However, all employees will be required to wear their security badges at all times. Please have your people start wearing their badges well in advance of our partnership become official. I think it will make the transition easier. None of the security measures will be activated until I arrive on site. Hopefully by then everyone will be comfortable with their new rules. Oh, I walked right over the fucking body. Is there something else that I'm missing? I can't get in there.
How may I serve you, master?
Dude, what is it? God damn it. Ooh. Got it.
Hello, Mrs. Millet.
This is the quest that I'm supposed to do.
Of course. Don't let me keep you. How may I serve you, master?
I can't like blast through this fucking wall right here or something.
Hello, Mrs. Millet. I hope you have... Valid facial pattern to...
Now it's not showing a mission there. What the fuck? Now, do we overthrow or do we tell the elder? Like, can we fuck shit up and tell the other dude and overthrow everything, you know? I'm also thinking we can keep the original dude. Oh God. We need to save before we go any further.
Hello?
Oh, there he is, this evil looking dude. Look at his eyes, man. I'm telling you, he's evil.
Found the missing patrols, or was something else on your mind? They were all dead then. I suppose I'm not surprised. We have few friends in the world above, and many enemies. But we must turn our minds to other matters. When I sent out those patrols, I also sent 3 knights out on scouting missions. When the patrols failed to return, we assumed the worst, and sent a single communication to the scouts to hold position and maintain radio silence. I want you to contact those scouts and gather their reports. Like the patrols, they have devices on them that will enable you to track them. When you find them, tell them you're my representative and ask them if the bears are still hunting. That should get them to talk to you. Return when you've gathered all of their reports.
Dude, you couldn't have told me this when I first went out.
What is it, outsider? Just as I thought. McNamara gave my men new orders without telling me. The nerve of that man. This little stunt is probably what got them killed in the first place. Our normal patrol routes are known to be relatively safe. This is exactly the kind of thing I'm trying to avoid by ousting McNamara. That's a sensible notion. Your familiarity with the nearby terrain makes you perfect as a liaison. I've been trying to get the Elder to send out scouts for years, and he's always been resistant to the idea. Said they'd be a vulnerability. I wonder what changed his mind. It's not that I dislike the Elder, but I strongly disapprove of his current style of leadership. We're safe, yes, but at what cost? It's a travesty is what it is. Every second we sit on our hands down here is another second that we're not fulfilling our sworn duty. Elijah was a strange one. His even becoming Elder was highly questionable. Trying to defend Helios.
Alright, tell me about the battles. Could blow up these guys' bunker.
I heard the Elders got Taggart working on some kind of secret project.
Look, this isn't a great time. Oh, what the hell. It's not like we're making any progress. I'm Ibsen, and I hope your day is going better than mine is. Yeah, I'm in charge of keeping this data system up and running, but accessing it is a little, touch and go at the moment. One of our exploratory patrols, back when we had exploratory patrols, found a data disk in some ruins out in the waste. Well, we finally got around to cataloging the damn thing and got shut out of our own data store the second it loaded. Turns out it had a virus on it. Yeah, some pre-war jackass with too much time on his hands apparently decided to inflict his misery on those around him. It's scrambling all the terminals here at the moment. Luckily, we only use this section for storing historical data. I suppose it couldn't hurt to get another pair of eyes on this. Maybe you'll be able to come up with something coming at it fresh. While the entire system is infected, the virus itself is spread across 3 terminals. The problem is that it keeps moving periodically. We'll have it nailed down in a terminal or 2, only to have it jump to another set of terminals before we locate the 3rd.
Damn, man, we need to get our sights up.
You'll need to locate it on 3 different terminals in this area in 1 minute. Any longer and it'll jump, and you'll have to start all over. Locating the virus would probably be nearly impossible, but the pompous little bastard that wrote it made things a little easier for us. Normally, terminals infected by the virus just display gibberish, but we found that terminals the virus moved to had some real data passed to them. We were able to decrypt the data and discovered that it was just messages from the virus's writer taunting his victims. When you find terminals with those messages, lock them down and move on. Find 3 of them before the virus jumps, and we'll wipe the damn thing. Best of luck to you. I'll tell the others to take a break so they don't get in your way. Oh, and I'll keep track of when it jumps for you. To maximize your chances, wait for my signal before you begin.
I heard some special squad of Rangers is on its way to the Vegas area. I guess the NCR is finally getting serious about fighting the Legion.
The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to.
I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing.
I'll track the virus from over here. You just... Concentrate on locating the terminals hosting it. Did you want to try isolating the virus? All right, I'll monitor when it jumps. When I give the signal, start checking terminals. The virus just jumped. Find which terminal... it went to. Jumped. I thought we might have had it that time.
Alright,
Did you want to try
I kind of get what we're supposed to do.
The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to. 10 seconds.
10 seconds? What the fuck?
There have been reports that the NCR is moving more and more. It's jumped. I thought we might have had it that time. Did you want to try isolate? The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to. Damn, it's jumped. I thought we might have... had it that time. Did you want to try isolate? The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to.
What?
Damn, it's jumped. I thought we might have had it that time. Did you want to try ice? Yes.
There have been reports that the NCR is moving more and more.
Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the episode here. Thanks for everyone for tuning in and supporting the channel. Really do appreciate you guys watching all the gameplay footage. If you guys can, please sub to the channel, give the video a thumbs up or thumbs down. Say what's up in the comment section, talk some shit, tell me all the shit that I missed. And see you guys on the next episode of Fallout New Vegas.